Chris Spiker.
I'm Eric Goldstein. We are here with Billy Ward.
Welcome, Billy. Artistic Carpet.
Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Wonderful.
Good.
You've been laying carpet today?
Not today. It's a little bit wet and rainy, but we do it, we do it pretty much every other day. But now we have to be a little cautious when it's kind of wet out there. So
Good day to stay inside and do some paperwork.
do some paperwork and drink some hot chocolate.
So there's
Right.
carpet, there's tile, there's wood, there's
Laminate.
Laminate.
There's new things out now that are called waterproof floors that are virtually indestructible. One of the big tests that everybody does, all the manufacturers do now, is that they actually bounce a bowling ball on it. It's that tough.
bounce a bowling ball.
Bounce a bowling ball on the floor and it doesn't dent. I mean, it's just, there's been, a lot of advances in the floor covering business in the last couple of years, and that's one of the big ones. So
I like to bounce cans of beans and 5 pounds of
You can do
frozen steak and
and peas and stuff. Yeah.
try to get your toes out of the way on the way to the floor.
That's right. That's right. You don't want to bounce a bowling ball on your toe, so
No,
you won't be able to do the mambo anymore. So
never could.
never could. That's right. That's right. Never could play the violin. I can't play the violin.
How long have you been in the floor covering business?
I started in 1966, right out of high school, and then I got one of those greeting letters back in the late 60s, and I went and I worked for Uncle Sam during the Vietnam era.
Hey, thank you for your service.
Thank you. It was an absolute pleasure. I would do it again. And then I went out to the college a couple of years, went to San Diego State for a short time, and then came back and started doing it again. So I've been doing it ever since. 54 years, give or take, 3 years. Yeah.
Is it fun?
Oh, it's I enjoy it.
Must be.
I enjoy the people. And the different things. We're such a fashion-oriented business. Things change constantly. Colors change. Last year the big color was silver, gray. Now this year the big color is whisper. And whisper. What in the world's a whisper?
What's a whisper?
That's right. Yeah. No, whisper is kind of I don't want to say a pink, but it's a very, very light lavender mauve type color, and that's the color of the year now. And then you put splashes of color with it to kind of bring it out. But the background color now this year is this very, very light whisper color.
We don't
It's
want to
really
say
pretty.
neutral, do we?
We don't want to say no. We don't want to say neutral. We're past the browns and the greens and that kind of stuff. But no, that very, very soft whisper color is really, really pretty.
When is Orange Shag going to come back?
I think Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. I'm not sure, but along with the lime green and the bright gold, so they're going to all come in as a set. So yeah.
And you do more than just run a store. You're pretty involved in the industry.
Yeah, I am. And in fact, I'm on the board of directors with our group. We have like 2,000 stores. That's what Carpet One is. We're a buying group. We're like a bunch of old farmers that would take all their corn and beans and put them in a silo and then distribute them out, and then that's how we divided things up. But we, there's virtually 2,000 stores of us, and so we just, Mills absolutely just clamor to get our business because, and I don't mean to be conceited, but we are kind of the premier people. It's very difficult to get into our group. It's not like joining a franchise group. There's a couple of those out, but no, ours is a real member-oriented type thing. So
Quality.
I run that. Yeah, and the better stuff, and the thing about the floor covering business or the furniture business or the appliance business is that it's value. It's not, and it's difficult to separate cost from value, but there's always a cheap price, but you want to get the best value for your dollar, and it's so minimal in the price of the materials. They're so close, but you want warranties and values and style, and that's what you get if you get the better stuff. And all of our buyers in our group, they're very, very good at what they do, so they only get the best stuff. And I'm lucky. I'm glad I'm in the group and not the guy down the street. So
Right. Now, do people go to like 3 different stores before they make a decision?
it's really funny. Of course,
I mean, if they know you, you're their guy.
Well, yeah, but still, people, there's still people are very, very price conscious. You know, we can absolutely blow the doors off any big box or anybody else in town because nobody buys like we do. Nobody buys, you know, in a group of you know, 2,000 stores. And we have them every, you know, they're all over the U.S. We actually have stores in South Africa and Canada. And so we're a big, big group. So, you know, in fact, when we have a convention, there's usually 1,500 people there.
Wow.
So, yeah. And, but yeah, no, it's a great group to belong to. Great. You know, it's very nice to have somebody that you can call and chat with and they don't feel threatened and you don't feel intimidated. And that's a big thing in the world of business today. You know, like I say, I'm glad I'm not the fish flopping around out in the street, you know, so.
That's what we saw in the flower business.
Yeah.
The humblest guy could have the biggest operation, and the guy with the flashiest whatever, you go
That's
to the
right,
store,
that's
it's like a little hole in the wall
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
oh yeah. You know, you can only toot your own horn so long, but what you need to do, like you do in your business, I mean, you know, gosh, you've been just inundated with everybody in the world, from people standing on the corner to the big boxes to the supermarkets, but still people come back to you because they understand that value statement, and they understand that you're going to do the very, very best you can because it's you. You know, and you're not, you know, you're just not an employee. And so, you know, there's a big difference in that when you put your heart in it. And I'm very lucky because my grandson works for us now, and he's blessed us with a couple of great grandkids. So,
Wow.
so yeah, so our tribe is, you know, growing ever more. But so it's neat. It's a real family thing. The other gentleman I have, Bud's been with me 23 years. You know, so people tend to hang around. So there must be a reason, you know. But no, I'm just pleased as punch that things go as well as they do. You know, they are. So,
You and I have been around a long time, same location,
right?
you know, but somebody listening is going to go, well, where's Artistic? Which one is that?
That's right. Yeah. You know, it's really funny because you know, you mentioned, well, you know, somebody said, well, what do you do? Well, I have a carpet store over on Avenue K, you know, across from the Target Center. I said, well, where's that?
There you
But,
go.
you know, I've been there. I've got this big 10 by 10 foot sign. I've got a couple of trucks out there with signs on them, and I think, like, what, do you never drive down Avenue K? It's like, do you never drive down Avenue J?
That's
You
the
know?
plight of the retail
It
store.
is. It is. It
Telling
is.
the story.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah.
So you're on Avenue K.
We're on Avenue K. We're right across from the Target Center. You know, the store's been there since '64. I've been there since '66, like I said, and it's just you know, every day's kind of a new adventure. I mean, it's not a knee slapper every day, but it's a lot of fun still. So, and I'll keep doing it until they, you know, find me falling over somewhere. But
Do
I
all
enjoy it.
customers ask the same questions?
No. But you know, it's like I said before. It's price driven when the guy's going to the 2 or 3 different stores. But if somebody is intelligent and they understand style and they understand colors and that kind of stuff, then it's just a matter of coming in and choosing what they have. I mean, I virtually have, you know, if you go to the big box, they probably have 200 styles of carpet. I have 2,400 styles of carpet, all in different colors. And nobody else has that in our town, you know. So, and that's, you know, the buying group, that's a neat thing, so.
And that you have access to those, like,
Oh gosh, yes. Oh yeah. I mean, I can get anything that anybody could want. They just have to look and see. And our business is still very much a touchy-feely business. You know, you can look on the Code internet and you can see something, but it's never the same, and it's not always represented, you know, to what it actually is. So. But no, people still liked it, and we love seeing people and talking to them. And, you know, that's part of life. That's just part of your day is to get to see people and talk with them and enjoy them, and
Right.
you know, so
the conversation.
the conversation. It's just the interaction, because you know, like the internet thing, that it's a faceless purchase,
Yeah.
and it's very difficult for me to understand why people do that. But that's why we're clocking into seven decades here. So. You know, I'm not much of a faceless, you know, purchasing person. You know,
I'm sure
but-
anything can be done on the internet, but that's
Yeah.
a scary one. They're still going to end up calling some guy down the street, and he's gonna go out there, and he's not the one that was on the internet, he's like the go-between or the
Yeah,
subcontractor.
yeah, they're gonna call you either for advice, or they're gonna call you because they made a mistake buying it on the internet, and now they gotta send it back. And a lot of people won't go through the effort to send something back. They'll just say, "Oh well, I'll keep it."
Suffer with it.
Yeah, because you call, 1-800 too bad, and it's too bad that you bought from them. So, and it's unfortunate because you and I, we've all worked very, very hard to that personal touch to people, and but they'll jump on the internet and buy stuff. Well, look at like I said, flowers. I mean, you know how?
Oh, man.
Oh gosh, yes. And us too. To a certain extent. So
That's the rule, everything changes constantly.
that's the only thing constant is change. That's
Contact
right.
information for Artistic Carpet.
Obviously, area code 661. I hate having to say that now, but 948-7567. We're at 1061 West Avenue K. Like I say, right across from Target. Been there a long time. Hope to be there a lot longer. And like I say, I still love seeing people. So just come on by and say hi.
You charge anything for people looking?
No, we have no cover charge at the door. So, although I'd like to do that, but there is no
Wouldn't
cover
that be
charge.
fun?
Yeah, well, like we don't charge for measurements, and that's the big boxes do. And the funny thing is that people pay it. We have a rule that if you go to a big box and they charge you for that measurement, and you come to us and you buy from us, I'll pay you that charge.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just something to.
Billy Ward, Artistic Carpet. Hey, thanks for being a Lancaster Chamber member.
You betcha. Glad to be it, Chris. Thanks.